So Swanee asks her grandmother, whose name is Blah Blah. She says, "Do you remember calling me last night?" Blah sighed. "No. Well, sort of. God damn it. I'm sorry, doll. There's nothing to be sorry for. Tell me what happened. I want to know." Though she sounded as if she didn't, not really. Swanee left the booth. She needed space to breathe, to think, to talk. "You were upset and frustrated? You said you were late for something. You thought I was bitsy." "Well, shit," Blah Blah said thinly. Swanee sat on the floor, back against the outside wall of the booth, and tucked her knees into her chest. "Are you aware of... Do you know when it's happening?" "Not a clue. There's some kind of before and after, but the middle, black as night." She exhaled. "I hate it, doll. I need a prescription for dumb pills." Swanee snorted. "I don't think that's what they're called." "Well, that's the generic." They both chuckled at that. "Betty Lou McCarthy lived in the hollers." Swanee hated being right. "Who's that?" "School friend. And if I was out there when the fog rolled in, I wasn't going nowhere. Happened in an instant, like God poured gravy over everything. You could barely see your hand in front of your face, and shapes you knew were out there, the old oak, the mailbox, her daddy's truck, all those comforts would get sinister. They moved around, weren't where they were supposed to be." Swanee didn't dare interject. "It feels something like that when it starts. Then people are born out of that fog. Some I recognize, some I don't. Everything shifts. I can't imagine. It's kind of like being on a sound stage, doing a big dance number. Stage hands take up a backdrop and lower another. A desk flies in on wheels. A soda fountain disappears, and now there's a door, and in comes Jean, and we're tapping away at an office building instead of a diner." "God," Swanee murmured quietly, not wanting to break this spell of clarity. "And then, well, what the hell was that? Dancing, wasn't I?" Swanee swallowed. "You were talking about everything shifting around you, what it feels like in your mind. Did you want to say something else about it?" "Oh, I'm just rambling." Blah cleared her throat, and her voice was crisper when she said, "Anyway, this is all to say, doll." Swanee heard the rustling of paper on the other end. "I think I'm going to need more help, that it might be time to take the next step before I don't know where the step is." Swanee hadn't known it was possible to feel relief and shock at the same time. She sat forward. "No, you don't have to worry about any of that. Soon you're going to have another place, at Seasons. You'll be just down the hall in memory care, okay? More help when you need it, but you'll still have Mitzi and Bertie and Amanda and, of course, me. You'll have me whether you like it or not." A charged kind of silence fell, like the expectant moment right after the power goes out, waiting for it to come back on. Swanee heard paper rustling again. "Listen to me, doll. I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. And I love you so much. And I want you to do something for me. Anything. Promise me. I promise anything. Good. When the next step comes, you are not to visit me anymore. You..." Swanee jerked. "What are you..." "No, let me finish. No visits, no phone calls. You are not to be any part of this." "Of what?" "My end." All of Swanee's blood rushed to her head. "I'm coming over. You're going to say this to my face." No, you're not. I've thought this through, thought it all out. I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget." The paper shook near the phone. "I've decided. It's done. Now, enough of all that. I want to tell you about Bertie." "I don't want to hear about Bertie. What are you..." "We are not discussing this." Blah's voice cracked, and Swanee's eye filled with tears as if they shared a body. "Endings are messy, and I'll be damned if you remember me as a mess." Swanee was on her feet. "That is not how I'll remember you. I'll remember you at the pool and cruising around in the olds and trying on clothes and smoking and drinking and swearing and laughing and rolling your eyes at Mitzi. No, trust me, you'll remember the end." "Stop saying the end!" Swanee was shouting. "Shut up about the end." "Don't tell your grandmother to shut up," Blah sputtered. "Shut up, shut up, shut up!" After a silence, in which Swanee felt like all her nerve endings had been thrown into a blender, Blah laughed and kept laughing. Swanee couldn't make her face smile the way she wanted to. Then Blah started to cry. To hear that and not be able to touch her could barely be endured. Eventually, Blah spoke. "It's just so sad, doll. Don't make us say goodbye. I can't bear it. I need you to understand that. Leave 'em laughing, remember? Please.